Don't want that to be full screen. But how's everybody doing after the market close? Wasn't really the best day for GME or AMC. We're not really seeing the best movement there, but you know, we're still looking at it as a positive. We're still hovering around. I understand we had a lot of positions that were down. It wasn't just one position, way more than that. So we got 10 people viewing. We got 2 likes. Hit that like button. Let's update this. Details here. That one. You sold, Sean James. You sold. Well, it's good to take your profits. I'm not gonna fault you for taking your profits. Did you how much did you gain? What was the percentage that you gained out of it? Oh, it's dreadful. It's a cup and handle formation with AMC. Yeah, I mean, we can look at it and see all these different patterns, but it doesn't seem to be following patterns, to tell you the truth. If it's manipulated, it's manipulated. I sold. Yeah, let me know your profit target. Sean James, you took away your comment. Matt needs to sell so AMC can skyrocket. What? Oh, you're saying that I'm the reason why GME skyrocketed the first time? I mean, they did jump up when I was still holding. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. I was looking at the overall look of, like, I think 3 months. I was looking at this and seeing that, yeah, we're seeing really positive movement here, and this looks like a typical stock and how it moves. I understand that we've seen a lot of you know, push up. We did see it jump up to $11, drop back down to like $7, and then start to, you know, fluctuate. But we're seeing typical movement here. We're seeing a couple of touch points down to the 200 EMA, and then we're going to see hopefully another touch point down at 200 EMA, which would probably be around $10.50 or $11. And if we do see that, then we can definitely see that bounce off, and we might see a really large kick up from there. So I'm thinking that we could, you know, see that really jump. Why do I get depressed when I come here, Matt? You need some Adderall, bro. I'm trying to be energetic. My personality is just not as energetic. I try to be as calm, as real as possible, and we go from there. You shouldn't be depressed. You should be perfect, you know? You should be happy when you're coming here. You know what? Let me see something real quick. You know what? I'm gonna add my YouTube Shorts channel. So I just created a YouTube Shorts channel, which is definitely something that I was really interested in doing. So I'm gonna pin that to the chat instead of my typical you know, Discord group. I'm gonna pin that to the chat because I just made that. It's gonna be quick updates. It's gonna be 1-minute updates, and hopefully I can get through a lot, but obviously it's only 1 minute. But I did one for GME and AMC as the day went on, and just to be able to see if we could find a way to come back to break even or close to it. Break even for open to close, not close to close. So break even from close to close was kind of out of the picture. Hope we can skyrocket to $20 or $50 before people start talking about 1K or 2K a share. Yeah. That's true. There's a lot of people that are continuously putting out these due diligence on, you know, 2K per share and 1K per share. It just doesn't really make sense to me to see that. But yeah, I would say you need to basically, you know, crawl before you walk. You can't just start running. I mean, in some cases it happens, but even with the fact that what GME went through, it was a roller coaster in the beginning before an actual takeoff happened. So I don't know if we'll still see like a huge takeoff, because obviously I don't think hedge funds will let something like that happen 2 times to them. Thoughts on Zom? My thoughts on Zom, I'm waiting for them to, and it looks like they're close to push below $2. And then, you know, if I have them in the market open and they're well below $2, that's where I'll get into. And I'm looking to push up to about $2.15 or $2.20 or 30 cents. And then I can go from there. But the issue that I had with them is the fact that they introduced Trueforma early. I didn't like it, and I sold. If I would have knew that up here, I would have sold somewhere around 260, but I sold around 240. And once I did figure that out, just because it just wasn't sitting with me well. I had my own strategy to where I was going to go in there, buy Zom for a long period of time, like hold it for a while, and then once it got up to the March 30th or March 31st date, to where I think it was released, it was March 30th, I don't know, one of those 2 days, the end of March, then I was going to sell that. And since they did introduce it early, I sold it once they introduced it, and that was my plan from the beginning, so I did it that way. Matt talks like he's going to get paper hands at $25 a share. Not paper hands, it's profit hands. If you sell for a profit, I don't know what people get confused about, like paper hands and where that goes to definition wise. But if you have a profit, take your profit. Now, am I going to take all of my profit? No. I'm going to take all of the profit from Fidelity and then leave the 211 shares that I have over in Webull over here, unless we see a decrease. If we see it decrease down to $9 or so, I'm buying in more positions. And then I'll hold 2,000 or some odd shares in probably Fidelity and maybe even more over in Webull. And then you'll see me get down to about maybe that $200 mark, right? 200 share mark. And then I'll sell everything else, but keep 200 shares in there. So either way, I'm going to keep some money in there to see if it does skyrocket to $1,000 or $2,000, because if it does and I'm holding 200 shares, that's huge. But I can also take my profit and go on from there. So it's profit hands, not paper hands. Ricky, you got that exactly right. It's all about profit hands. If you want to join the Profit Hands Discord group, the link is in the description. If you guys want to follow my YouTube Shorts channel, I just created. I didn't add a cover page yet, but get to that. I think it's going to be good to be able to do that. So go and support me over there so that that channel can be monetized. It's very easy to create these like very short videos and give like a really quick analysis. I just have to be able to do a little bit of research beforehand so I don't wing it at all. If I wing it, then it may take me more than a minute, and I want it to be less than a minute because that's how it's classified as a YouTube short. I love all these new investors have no idea the right way to invest. Explain what you mean. Still so happy. I'm stressed about not too afraid to lose. Matt, what are your thoughts on this exactly 4 weeks after the first GME and AMC squeeze? On last week in January, we had the exact same 4 weeks later. This week is going to be the second, fourth week. Well, that's weird. That's very weird. Third time's a charm, right? Well, I guess third time's a charm. Let's go with third time's a charm. So if we have the second, fourth week, you started confusing me with those. I think something will happen this week. I don't know or what it is about. It seems to be every 4 weeks it squeezes, and cannot work out why. Yeah, that's the second time well, you're the same person that said it. I thought it was a different person, but yeah, I can see what you mean. I live by patterns, so if you can see those patterns and consistencies in doing that, then it makes sense for you to be able to do that. And if you could find a way to get in low and then exit high if you wanted to, then it's going to be really good for you, really good for a lot of people. But if you could find some more research on that, do a little bit more research, and then I don't know if you're in the Discord group. I don't I don't know if you are, but if you are, you can update a lot of people in the Discord group, in the chat, so that we can know what that research is all about, because that will definitely be helpful to be able to recognize some sort of a trend, to see that, you know, on paper, with some probably like visual examples of, you know, what you're seeing. I feel like that will be definitely like really beneficial to a lot of the members of, you know, the Discord group or on Reddit or wherever. That will definitely be interesting. So yeah, we have 190 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I shouldn't be streaming for a crazy amount of time. It's probably going to be a shorter period of time, but we do have 190 people in here, and I would love to have a bunch of likes on this video. 190 likes to be specific. But yeah, I did create a YouTube Shorts channel, which is really fun to make, really quick to make as well, really quick to upload, as long as there's no cuts or anything, and I don't want to do anything with cuts. I just want to be able to quickly talk and lay down my points with different stocks. So if you guys have any suggestions, make sure you put them in the you know, in the post that I had on my community tab, or you can put them down here. I'll write them down as we go. But yeah, I want to go over some different positions. I did see a lot of them. I'm really upset with Rocket right now, because Rocket is really flat for me, and I do see some positivity in them, with the fact that they're hitting these lows, these new lows from basically in the beginning of the month. Obviously, in the end of February, you did see them around $19 or $18, and people were thinking that they could go back to there. I do believe that they can hover above there, and it looks like they're really pushing down to that $19 mark. I would love to be able to see them jump up to $30. One, because I'm holding at a cost basis of $28, and two, because the value is up there. I believe that their value should be a lot higher than where they were before the spike. But obviously the value is mainly all in the buyers and the sellers, people that want to buy this position and drive the price up. But the fact that they haven't, that's the reason why we're seeing this. We are seeing the 15 moving average cross over the 200 EMA, indicating a downward trend over the past couple of days, and it's staying consistent that way. But if we look at what happened today, we could see some really good movement from $22.84 all the way up to $23.37. So, you know, you see a little bit of movement here. It looks a lot more than it actually is, but you can get a pretty decent income from that. Some sort of increase, I guess. Thoughts on JD over the next week / month or two? No chance of another squeeze. I think there is a chance of another squeeze. Well, a squeeze. I don't think, if you're talking about AMC, they haven't squoze yet. They haven't even hit a point to where you've seen them increase a crazy amount. If they squeeze, it should be at $100 or $200, or even way higher than that. That's just a mini squeeze. A full squeeze, they should probably be up in that range of, you know, 500, 1,000. Like, that should be a full squeeze. But we're not seeing that, and I don't think we will see that. I think we'll see something of like the $200 range, as we start to really understand and unravel this whole thing, and it's going to take its time. So yeah. JD, thoughts or JD over the next week / next month. So let's look at what happened today. You can see the movement from high to low between $8 or $83.69 to $85.88. We can see that there is a pretty decent amount of movement. It's not a crazy amount. I would like to see a little bit more for where the value of the stock is, but it looks like a stock that hovers around, you know, the same price. It doesn't really move too much, which is a good thing for some people. In my opinion, it's a bad thing. But let's look at the 10,000 foot view, just to understand exactly what's going on here. We did see an increase from $79 all the way up to $108 over a number of months. So it was let's see, from 12.15, let's go with 12.15 there, up to let's go from 2.15, right? So about 2 months, we've seen a large increase. So it took a while to actually make that move from $80 up to $108. Now we are seeing this decrease here. Let's see if we can find the 10,000 or 100,000 foot view to understand what was the impact there. So it was steadily increasing over that period of time. So seeing this, you may want to find a way to get to a certain support level. It looks like it is leveling out at this point. Over the next couple of weeks, if you're talking about a week to a month, I would definitely say we could see some sort of an increase here. If it does find a way to come back to these lows, then that will be good to be able to bounce off of 79 or so and jump up. But I think that we may have found some sort of a support level here. It looks like it keeps fighting somewhere around the $80 mark. $81 mark, $82 mark. So seeing that, you know that's going to be a hard support level with multiple touch points going in there. That's where you could see that bounce off. So you may have found that true low at $82 and now you're expected to see some sort of an increase. So over the next couple of weeks slash month, I could definitely see something turning in the opposite direction, end up testing some of these points up here. Definitely a decent swing trade opportunity. Not something that's going to be a given. It may level out for a little bit. We haven't really seen any type of indication of an uptrend. We have seen that it did hit a bottom and then bounced off a little bit, but the fact that it's leveling off and keep bouncing back and hitting that point means that it's trying to really test it. Multiple points don't always mean that it's a positive. It can mean that it's a negative as well, because it's continuing to test that point and the next time it might actually break through. The good thing is we are seeing this level off a little bit higher. We just want to see this create an upturn. It just needs to turn up, and hopefully we see some positive movement there. But today wasn't really the best day for any type of positive movement across the board. So hopefully we can see something really good. But that's a little long-winded. Hopefully that does help. How did you get taken out? I didn't get taken out. What? Stop loss took me out. You're talking to someone else. Okay. Take off the stop loss. Matthew, do you think this is why sometimes I hold a mental stop loss and then go from there? And if it's something where I know that it's not going to give me any value at having that stop loss and I can see a lot more, then I'll take away that stop loss. And that's a form of not being disciplined, but it's a different situation with these positions, I'll tell you that. Matthew, do you think there's still hope in Zom? I'm asking because the company sold Trueforma and not much increase. Should we sell it? What are you doing? So for me with Zom, I do see the ability in it going up to $3, right? But the issue is that they shot themselves in the foot based on their stock price. If they wanted to go by revenue, then probably they're going to see maybe a kick in revenue, but they're not going to see anything in the stock price because people were looking for that build up. They were looking for that build up to get to the Trueforma date, and that's exactly what was happening. We were seeing positivity through the roof, and then literally the day they released it, it dropped down. That's exactly what I was hoping for, was for it to increase a substantial amount up to $4. That's where I wanted it to get to, and it was going to get to that point. It was just to the point to where they released it too early, they shot themselves in the foot, and it decreased the stock price. So where I see it hovering, it's probably between that 180 and 215, 220 dollar mark. That's what I'm looking at, $2.20 when I say that. So I can't say that it's going to be something that you're going to get $3 right away. It's probably going to be more long-term once you see the full effects of Trueforma, but then again, you don't know what the full effects of it are or is. So in my opinion, I feel like if you're holding it at a certain point, if you're looking to get back to a certain point, then I would definitely find a way to average down. So when it does increase to 215, you're prepared and you're ready to get close to that break-even point. And if it bounces back off of a resistance level at 215 or 220, then you basically just sell out at that point, get back in lower, and then you can make a little bit of money from it. But it's not going to be something where it doubles, in my opinion. I don't really go by news typically, but I hate when those things happen. You release Trueforma early and nothing happens because it wasn't supposed to. Nothing was supposed to happen. The buildup was the important part. It wasn't the release that was the important part. News is always amazing, but a lot of times when news actually happens, when that thing goes through, you're too late. So I don't ever take news into account unless it's something that it's a future release date and I see the buildup in the stock. Yeah, of course, I'm getting into it. I know you rage sold Zom though, but still. Yeah, I mean, I did rage sell them. Did you see the Zom chart today? Barcode galore. No, I did not see it. I did not see it. I was mainly just looking for a certain price target to get into. But I'm not saying that they're horrible. That's Zoom. I was going to say they're at 320. I keep doing that. Um, but yeah, I'm not saying that they're a horrible company. I just think they made a bad decision by releasing that too early, and maybe they just wanted the revenue. I don't know, but it it just doesn't really sit well when companies do that, especially for someone that wants to make money on the fact that you have the news out there. So yeah, I mean, it looks interesting. I think you could still see some positivity with them. Um, so AMC, I think AMC is going to be, it's still going to be where we want it to be. I just want to know how the rest of the week is going to go if we still continue to see these down days for all of the negative stocks that we have seen, not just AMC, GME, cost, all of these, but we also seen some other negative positions. You know, you can see after hours market not really looking good for Tesla. People are saying that you should sell Tesla. Riot, Mavis, I believe had a good day at, you know, up 4%. It could have been a lot more. Sundial dropped down a lot, 12%. So I'm thinking that they may end up finding a way to test another point and an ascending level of support they may end up testing. So let's say it's somewhere around $1.14, $1.12 or so. Hopefully that's not the case. They seem to have tested the 200 EMA and broke past it. So hopefully we can see some positivity with that. But AMC, I think, is going to be good. I'm still bullish on AMC in every case. You can still see over the last month that we've seen a pretty decent positive movement. It looks like a sort of a normal stock rather than seeing it at this level. It looks like a normal stock, increasing, decreasing, testing the 15 moving average, close to testing the 200 EMA, maybe seeing the same thing and seeing that test halfway to that point. And I think it's going to be something where we are going to see that turn. It might be tomorrow, might be the next day, but we need to see how the pre-market goes. The markets just didn't sit well today, you know. For me, I think my profit target is $20 for my Fidelity account. I'm going to be pulling out most of it in the Fidelity account in order to transfer a lot of it over to Webull, while also keeping some of it in there for like Carl's calls and all types of things like that. And probably put some in 529 accounts and Roth IRAs as well, different investments there. But yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord group, link is in the description. There's a lot of people over there. I need to see exactly where it is. But yeah, you have the Discord group here. Let's see if anybody else did join. That's the AMC. So yeah, I think it's good. Where's Carl? Not a dead cat. I don't know. I don't know. He might be a dead cat. He's somewhere around here. He's somewhere. Bro, I got a question. Go ahead, shoot. Um, Every time you don't show Carl, AMC price goes down. So you think I should start the video with showing Carl? Did snatch up some $12 calls as well as $13.50 for Friday on the lows. Okay, I am not the person to talk about options with, because I think of options as more gambling than anything else, because literally you're trying to predict what the future will hold, without, especially with a position like this and not knowing, where it actually will go to. It's so difficult to put out any options here for positions like this when they're not predictable. Like other stocks that are predictable without the stock market decreasing, like I understand it. You can see things like a, let's say, I don't know, a Ride or an Apple or Tesla, and say, I understand where they're going to go. Based on where their stock price is, I understand exactly where they're going to be. Based on the movement of history, I can see exactly where they're going to be, but it's so difficult. All right, tomorrow I will show Carl on screen. I will start with him. Hopefully he doesn't get a lot of fur on me, but he probably will. I will show him on screen, and hopefully we can have the stock price increase. That may be it. That might be it. Yeah, I've been screwed so many times on options when you got massive hedges, hedgy wealth manipulating. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. We have 326 people in here. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Continue to throw them likes my way. It does help out a lot. I'm not live on TikTok. I think I'm live on Twitch. I am live on Twitch. So let me go to I didn't say anything to anybody on Twitch. I'm so sorry to anybody that's over there. Jeez. Could you get a Snapchat? We could buy like Patreon, but Snap. I'll look into that. I'll look into Snapchat. I have a Snapchat, but I'm not like obviously into it that much. I'm mainly trying, the reason why I want to do this YouTube short thing is because anything that's YouTube short, I can also upload to TikTok as well. So if you're interested in TikTok, I can do it on multiple platforms there and have this extra channel to, not only generate a little bit of revenue, because YouTube Shorts, I believe, doesn't generate anything. It really just brings in multiple people or more people to see your content. But, generate a following, that's what it's all about. We have 325 people in here. Continue to hit that like button, guys and gals. Yeah, SSR looked like it was activated, but the problem is the fact that SSR really doesn't matter in these situations. In normal situations, yes, but if they're trying to drive the stock price down, they don't care about the SSR. They're gonna end up decreasing that stock price as much as they possibly can, and do it on the upticks or the downticks, whenever they could possibly do it. Whenever's the best time, and the best time for them is on the upticks, I guess. Obviously, they want to make money, but no matter what, they're going to drive the stock price down. Thank you, DT, for that super chat. I really appreciate that a lot, more than you know. Can you explain wash sale, please? Yeah, so for a wash sale, basically, if you sell a position, let's say you have a position where you bought in at $100. Now, wash sale can go both ways. It can go negative, it can go positive. So what they're going to do is basically say, all right, I gained $50 out of that, off of that $100. So I'm at $150. I sold my position, but then the stock price went down, and now you're like, all right, well, you know what? I want to get into it. But if you invest only $100, basically your if you invest $100 where you were initially, let's say you got in at $1, so you go back in at $1 because you sold at $150. Now, basically, your cost basis is going to be, I believe, exactly the same if you only invest the same amount. If you invest all of your money into it, the wash sale will basically lower your cost basis, even though you invested in at $1, back in at $1. Now you gain $50 more out of that, so your effective wash sale is going to be a lot lower. Also on the other side, if you end up selling too low and you lose money, your price average when you do buy back in is going to be higher. So a lot of times it's just a way of showing you what your break-even point will be. A lot of people will do this, and if you do it the right way, you can basically take a stock like say AMC, and if you bought in at $2.70 something cents, right, and it's not going to go lower than $2, and then you sell at $14 and you take all of that profit and reinvest as it does go lower to $5 again, your effective wash sale, your effective cost basis will be way lower. It'll be like under $1 basically. So saying in order for you to get to break even, you would have to hit an impossible number on the downtick in order to do that. So that's where a lot of people will end up getting into great situations for the year. They'll get into, or for the month, they'll get into this wash sale to where it'll look like they have to hit an impossibly low number in order to break even. So no matter what, they're going to win money out of the deal. So if it does go up a crazy amount, then they win. If it goes down a crazy amount, they still win. Because the wash sale basically said that they had to sell at $2, right? But the lowest point it's ever gotten to was like $5, if that makes sense. So hopefully I described that well, but I would like to be able to create a whole video on that. That would be amazing, because wash sales are great to understand. Just because if you're looking to have a certain cost basis, it's better for you. I don't know if you can find a way to, disable that at all, because sometimes it is a little bit weird, because you would like to just understand exactly how much profit you're making on that right now. But in the last 30 days, it's going to give you that wash sale, and you're not going to be able to understand how much you made that day. It's going to be basically how much you made out of the overall buy and sell of said stock. So when a wash sale pushes when the wash sale pushes your average higher, you would want to average down. Yes. So if a wash sale, let's say you end up buying in higher than what your original buy-in point is, and you have that wash sale, if you are continuously, if it's going higher, then you're not going to be able to lower that cost basis. But if you bought in higher and then it's going lower, yes, you want to average down to lower the cost basis, because as you start to average down, if it's under your original cost basis, then yes, you're going to continue to be able to lower that cost basis. But if it's not under your original cost basis, it's going to make it very difficult for you to average down lower. The only way you could possibly do that is if it increases, you sell, and then you get back in lower. That's the only way you can effectively average down or lower your cost basis there. But it starts to get really confusing once you add in all of those extra factors. But yes, if the stock price goes lower and you bought in higher, then what you're going to look at is, as it continues to go lower, you want to average down to lower that cost basis, just like anything else. So I hope it's not confusing, because as I'm starting to say this, I feel like I'm confusing other people, and I'm not even seeing anyone's face right now. I just feel like I'm confusing people. So the wash sale rule main purpose is for the IRS to determine what you can and cannot write off for taxes. It does have perks to average though. Yes, true. Truth. Too much truth. I'm new to stocks. Thanks for the help. Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's always great to understand. There's a lot of things that I don't know. So for people that, have any other information on, wash sales, big confused. Sorry. But for anybody that, ends up having more information, definitely help everybody out in the chat. This is what I create the Discord group for. It's really just to understand everything. If you have any questions, bring it up and somebody will answer it. Whether I can look it up and answer it, or whether I know about it and can answer it. If you're talking about options and other people know about it, then you could definitely do that. And that's what I want to build this group for, so we can help a lot of people. And obviously not have an influx of people that are looking to just spam. So that's why I made it cost $5. If it costs nothing, then a lot of times you have thousands and thousands of people in there that just spam a lot of things, and it's hard to keep track of. So $5 usually takes a lot of those people away, but hopefully that is a good thing. Are we looking for the explanation of the wash sell in the Discord? Yeah, I'll break that down. It should be a simple definition, and it's easier when you see it on paper rather than just hearing it. Because hearing it, yes, it's great, but seeing it on paper and understand what a wash sale is all about and the pros and cons of, you know, obviously wash sales in general is good. Good to know. I swing trade. I read every earnings report of AMC, and this stuff is treated as trash. Yeah, I 100% agree with you there. If we're you know, taking that the right way, if I'm taking that message the right way. But yeah, a lot of the earnings reports, a lot of the things that normal people look at for stocks, right? It's not anything that we even care about at all. It's not something that drives the stock price. Earnings could be way up. You could have new theaters that are opening. You could have a lot of different news, but it doesn't actually affect AMC in the way that you would think it's going to affect it. Because one, it's being manipulated. Two, a lot of people are owning this position. And three, I don't even have a third point, but I know it's horrible. So no, no, there's just a lot of things that are going on with manipulation and shorting the positions, naked shorting, illegal stuff, and it just doesn't follow the same laws. I thought that was funny. There we go. I got a laugh out of it. I was first on your shorts channel. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate that. Third point, paradox. Even looking at AMC through fundamentals is just mental. Yes, true. 100% true. I don't know if they're mental, but I would say that it's not the place you want to look at for AMC and GME and cost. All of the areas that are heavily shorted, I wouldn't say you look at them with any type of fundamental strategy, really. You can look at every W it's created, every cup and handle it's created, every head and shoulders is created, all of the wide range candlesticks that is created on the way up and made no sense why it would completely decrease and fall down a second later. Like, there's no logic behind it. I understand, like, you do see increases, massive decreases to certain levels, but to break past those levels is just unheard of. So, you know, I try my best to understand it, but it's completely unpredictable. We have 400 people in here. If you guys could hit that like button, that would be amazing. Remember, I did create a YouTube Shorts channel that I want to get up to 1,000 subscribers very fast and get it to the point to where it's monetized. I want to see what type of revenue short videos bring in, and then do, you know, an update on YouTube Shorts, understand how much revenue they can bring in per month, and give you guys an update on that, because that would be amazing to have another form of income that could be out there. And yes, it is still creating YouTube videos, but how much can you get paid on YouTube short videos that are less than 1 minute? You probably won't get paid much of anything, really. If I search your name, will the short channel come up? If you search my name, this channel will come up. It took me so long for this channel to even come up, because if you didn't know, there's a famous Matthew Perry that was in Friends, and all of his videos trumped any of my videos that came up until I hit probably 50,000 subscribers. And now it's been recently showing up on the first page. I forgot how to speak there. But if you click the link in the chat and in the description, the link in the chat, there's a pinned link. It will show you the YouTube Shorts, the first one that I created. I'm old, so I totally know that Matthew Perry. Well, I watch Friends every night, so and I have a Friends mask in my car, which people don't really get the joke because some people don't know me. Friends popped up when I searched you. Yeah, of course it did. Chandler was the lamest friend. Come on. Could wait. What does he say? Could he be any more lame? I can't even do it. I'm horrible. Just subscribe to the Shorts channel. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I want to build that up to 1,000 subscribers, and it needs to get to 4,000 hours of watch time in order to be monetized over there. It took this channel 6 months to get to that point. And I hope that that channel can do it in less than a month, just to be able to see what the revenue could be the month after that, so I can do a full video on breaking down a YouTube Shorts channel and how much they could make realistically, rather than looking at Mr. Beast's Shorts channel and how much he could make. You look like Matthew Perry, same hairstyle too. I don't think it's the same hairstyle. I subscribed as well and hit the alerts. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. But as for, AMC, GME, costs, all of these, I think they're going to make a comeback. And I wanted to do an update on costs on that channel, but I didn't. I might still do it after this. But yeah, I think that they're going to make a comeback here. You're going to see some really positive movements one of these days. I don't know if we're going to have a negative day tomorrow as well. I don't think we should. I mean, Tuesdays tend to be negative, but if Monday's negative, we're not going to see 2 negative days in a row. We might see a negative week. If that's the case, if we see 2 negative days in a row, I mean, we might only see 1 positive day this week. And it might be an overall market thing, because you can see there's a lot of positions that I'm looking at currently that were down today. There are some that were up, but then there are a lot that are down in the after hours market as well. So we're not really seeing the best movement here, but don't get discouraged, because you do see a lot of the positive trend that it can have. And I just hope that hedge funds aren't looking to crash the overall market in order to push people out of positions, because that usually makes people want to buy in more. Everyone hit the like button. He should have at least 200 likes. You're right. You are right. We are 19 likes away. Hit that like button. It should be half of the concurrent viewers. Listen, everyone, don't fall for the trick. If you can get out of these stocks, get out now. These streamers are paid off for people in power at controlling AMC and GME. What are you even talking about at this point? That is not even close to what is true. Do you think Ford stock has potential? I did in the past. I used to love when they paid a dividend. Now they don't pay any dividends. Am I right by saying that? Do I think they have any potential? I think they've had a ton of potential over a long period of time. I mean, they've been consistently making some moves on the way up from, let's say, September up until now. You could see a lot of potential that it does have. I wouldn't say it doesn't. No, it hasn't shown any signs of really giving up. It has, had a couple of touch points with the 200 EMA, but it's been consistently moving upward for the past, 2 months, I would say. So I expect nothing but, more greatness from this, in my opinion. But it's really tough to, once you see these large increases here, it's really tough to get into a position and expect a lot more. You might get a little bit more, and then you may see something of a downturn in some form or fashion, because you haven't seen that yet. You have seen a little bit of a pullback here, but it's not really anything that's that you're going to panic about, I guess, at the moment. You doing any other day trades this week? As if money does clear, yes, I'm doing some swing trades. I'll know that. I know that, but I'm waiting for money to clear in Webull, and I'm also waiting for some money to get deposited into my bank account so I can put a lot more money into Webull. But I want to do a lot more day trades, but I just need to build that up to 25,000 again. And obviously AMC's held up with 22,000 over in Fidelity, which I could have had over here if I wanted to sell it at 14 and basically have that deposit. It just would take so long. It takes a while. I believe I set for a deposit around, was it Wednesday or Thursday? It was Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. I'm not 100% sure, but it's taking a while because it's Monday and it should have been deposited by now. I took some profits on one account Friday and held the second one. That's what I plan to do here, is to take the 22,000 from Fidelity and bring it over here after I do hit a certain profit target. If it's up to $20, and obviously it's going to be around 30 something thousand that I would be bringing over to Webull, but I'd probably bring maybe 30 of that and leave maybe 5 or 7 in there and put some in 529 accounts. Hey Matt, don't read the comments. Well, I just read the comment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't follow the first rule. I'm sorry. That was the only rule and I didn't follow it. But yeah, I will, where was I getting at? I'm going to take like 5 or 7,000, put it in 529 accounts, maybe Roth IRA, Carl's calls purchases, to see where his is going to go. But yeah, I'm looking to do a lot of things with this. I can't say that I'm looking to make any, I can't say that I have any day trades lined up. Usually I'll pick out some stocks that do have a wide range of movement. And it could even be stocks that I'm watching currently. Like I could be looking at GME and saying, well, how much is it moving today? And I understand people don't want me to do that. But if I'm looking to gain a very short gain, I can basically say, oh, I want to gain $1. Let me buy and sell here and gain $1 here and pull out with a $300 gain. Something like that. But obviously I would like to see something lower, something below $100. So if I wanted to go into, let's say cost would probably be a good one because they seem to move a lot in a day, close to $2. Some of the days I've seen them move like $4 or $5 or so. Like this one moved from $24 or even lower than that, but $24 up to $27 with a little bit of a pullback. So I probably would have been stopped out from the $24 mark. I probably would have pulled out somewhere around that $25.70 mark as it pulled back, in my opinion. But either way, I mean, you're gaining a significant amount of money by day trading, and if you have the option to day trade multiple times in a day, it's gonna benefit you, especially if you could find the positive movement here. All you have to do is find the positive movement, and if you could find a lower amount where you can invest in 1,000 shares, right, then that's huge. Because then if it moves 30 cents, you gain $300, right? If it moves $1, you gain $1,000. But you know, that's the simple way of looking at it. What is this? They're saying this is crazy. So yeah, this grew a lot. A crazy amount from $24 up to $63. At this point, even at this point, I mean, I feel like you lost the battle. You were chasing the position, which it could always go against you. So at this moment, I don't see any need to even go into this, but it's crazy the way that it is moving because it grew 65% over the market open and 24% over the close, which total it's going to be over 30%. Sorry, over 100%. So, and I understand what you're doing. You're adding up the different percentages, but that's not how that works. So, yeah. But curious, Matthew has to say on the benefit of third-party trading. On the benefit of a third-party trading platform, eToro. I mean, the benefits for you is that you're going to gain a consistent gain, right? I think that what you're going to do is you're probably going to invest after somebody else invests, and it's going to be more of a chase type of thing rather than a you're leading type of thing or understanding what's going on in the stock. The thing is you can understand when somebody does, get in and get out. But if somebody gets in and then they got in a certain price target while it was going up pretty rapidly, and then you see it a little bit later and you got in because they got in, and then they got out at a certain price target and now you're getting out as well, but you're getting out later, you're probably going to end up making less of a profit, way less of a profit by doing so. So I don't really truly see the point in doing that. If you can do the research yourself, then do the research yourself. It's just a way of making it predictable for them, for anybody that has big bucks, because then they could put their money in that same place, knowing that it's going to grow and knowing that they need to get out at a certain price target, and then you'll get out after them. Because the only thing that matters is that you get into the stock. If they get in before you and then everybody else gets in after that, then they're getting in at the lowest price and you're raising the price as you continue to buy it up. So they're gaining a ton of money off of you by you copying their trades and things like that. So I've seen things like that. My opinion is that you can obviously do the research yourself, but if you're looking for small gains, then yeah, you could probably have some luck doing that. But you probably have to really navigate through it. And I don't know if you see what everybody's doing on those positions. Like if you see the same person that you bought from, like if someone bought and you're seeing that they bought, and then do you also see that they sold, and how long does it take before that registers that they did sell? Yeah, that's where it's crazy. These positions here that do have these large increases, you may see this for a little bit, but at this point you're chasing it. People that continue to chase it, if you can make money from here, then it's great that you made money from here, but typically that doesn't go your way. Don't always play it out that way and get into a position chasing it. And if you did get in here, know your exit plan. Know when you're going to get out, because you can get in at the right decision and see an increase, but if you don't have a way of getting out, then you're kind of screwed. Let's go with that term. eToro does the copy automatically. That's interesting. I think you can make a little bit of a profit, but there has to be some sort of huge downside with that. So I would have to do a little bit more research in order to see that, but it could be good for you, but it could also be pretty bad, in my opinion. But if they're doing it automatically, then that takes away a lot of the flaws that I mentioned. So I would have to do some more research in order to see what the negative is, plus the positive, because I always like to see both sides either way. So I can't totally write off something. So that's why I said that it still would be good. It probably would be a good thing to get into if you wanted a small gain, but if you wanted something that's larger or something like that, you're probably not going to be in a good situation just copying someone's trades. But yeah, I think it could be good. Thank you for letting me know that, though, since I don't really know about eToro. It was great to understand how they do the copying. I started bleeding trying to take... Oh, okay. Trying to take a crack at day trading. I thought you were saying I'm trying to take crack because I started bleeding. Like I thought that's what you were going with. I'm sorry, but yeah. But yeah, you have to be disciplined in day trading. You have to be very disciplined in day trading. It's very tough to just take to just start trading and not knowing exactly where your profit to loss ratio will be. I take crack the moment I start start bleeding. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, it's all about capturing the profit. It's all about profit hands, right? So if you're trying to capture the most profit as possible with minimizing the losses, I think you'll be in a good situation, but you just have to be disciplined. Without being disciplined, you lose 10 times out of 10. You know what? 9 times out of 10. You always have that one win that makes you feel a lot better about yourself. But then again, you look at the overall situation and you lost a lot. You have to be disciplined with crack too. You guys are funny. So if you guys want to join the Discord group, I don't know if anybody joined right now, but if you guys do want to join the Discord group, make sure you hit that link in the description. It should be the first link in the description. Also, I have a YouTube Shorts channel that I want to promote here. I'm going to be doing a lot of quick updates. So if you guys want a 1-minute update to where I can break things down, we can definitely take some suggestions as we go along. This cat is licking my leg. I don't know why he's doing that. Hey, Carl, they said they want to see you. Can you see that? Carl, come here. I can't let you walk over there because you're going to show your butthole. Can't let you show your butthole. Perfect. He's purring. Now we should see an uptick. We should see an uptick in the volume because Carl's here. Carl, look at the camera. Oh, Daisy's behind me. Oh, sorry. He's a very nice cat. He is. Both of them are nice. Let's see. So let's put this back to where it was. Boom. Is that cat named AMC? Because it ain't dead. Yeah, sure. Do you think AMC is done, or was this just on sale? It seems like it's on sale. I don't think AMC is done. I see a lot more potential in what AMC can do, and it doesn't really make sense how, where it is going, because if they did cover a lot of their short positions, right, you would see the stock price increase. If they continue to short the stock, as a lot of people are holding, it's not done. I can tell you there are a lot of people that are probably getting a little bit tired of holding so long, and that's what the hedge funds want. But what we can do as people that own on to the stock or own the stock, hold on to a lot of it, we can just buy more. And that's what I'm looking to do, is just buy more. If it goes on sale, I'm buying more. It should be up in that $20 range, but it's not. So should we have, why should I have not sold all my AMC on Friday and then rebought at the dip? It's very tough to do that because you can't predict when the dip will actually happen. You can see that we were, what did we close at, like $14 or so, 14, close to it. I think it was $13.90 something. But if we closed at that $13.90 mark, right? And I think that's what it was at. Closed at, that wasn't right. I thought we closed $13.85. Well, we closed at $13.90, right? And a lot of people could have sold, could have taken a pretty decent profit, myself included. But it's very different to see, what's actually taking place. You understand what the potential is, and if it continues to increase and doesn't decrease, then yeah, you lose out on a huge situation. But with the fact that it did decrease from $14 to basically $12, you could have gained $2 extra per share by selling high and buying low. It's just very tough to be able to predict that. I usually can be able to do that, and if I don't get back into it, then I don't get back into it. But in this case, I want to stay in it. I don't want to get out of it, because staying in this is something that can give me a lot of movement here, a lot of movement that I want. Staying in it will give me a lot of money that I want to have to put into other positions, you know, and it gives you a lot of potential that you could have seen with GME. And anytime you do sell, yes, it gets depressing. Especially, it gets very depressing, especially when it goes up. Trust me, because I sold my GME 3 days before it went up to 200, and I was at, you know, $76 is what my average was, which I wanted my average to be lower. I just had a lot of things in AMC, and I should have continued to average down with GME. I just didn't think about doing it. But yeah. Hope you get burned going against us apes. Me? Everyone is expecting a day-by-day play for AMC when it always has been a month-to-month play. Yeah, it seems that way. But, you know, we have to talk about it in the day to understand exactly where it can get. It doesn't make sense why we've only seen 120 plus day. We have seen other days that increased by 18%, right? But then in the after hours market, it increased by, let's say, another 18%, equaling to that over like 20 plus day. But the problem is that in the market hours, we never see that 20 plus day. We had that one day to where it went up to 30%, went back down to 25%, and then, you know, hovered around that 20 to 25% and closed at 25%. But it's crazy how GameStop, Cost, you know, Rocket, all of these positions have seen 100+% day, right? We're not seeing that. You know, Cost went up well over 100%. GME went up well over 100%, up to 275% if you're including the after hours market, but well over 100%. Rocket did the same thing. You see a lot of these positions that did the same thing, and AMC is just stuck at this 18% below 20% mark, and it makes no sense whatsoever with all of the positions that are held, with all of these short positions that are taken up. It makes no sense. This is why we obviously need that patience. And, you know, Vic, you said it correctly. We do need patience. A lot of people need to stay patient because it's going to pay off in a big way. And this is not financial advice. This is merely just my opinion. I don't even know the last time I've said that. So hopefully I don't get sued in some way or get investigated for insider trading. It's not going to happen, right? Let's see what that channel is looking like. I don't know what that other channel looks like right now. Hopefully it's at like 20 subscribers. That would be amazing. If it's a little bit more than that, that'll be good. $25 subscribers. That's awesome. Thank you everybody for hitting that subscribe button. Continue to do so. Would love to get it to, you know, 1,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. To be able to push those milestones, you know, and continue to watch some of those videos that I post. I'm going to post a lot of those videos, different shorts, different things, a lot of stuff. Do you post daily trades on your Discord, and when you buy and sell it? I plan on doing that a lot. The only thing is that a lot of money is held up in a lot of these swing trades. When I'm doing the day trades, then yes, I will talk about what I'm looking at, or when I get into something, but I don't want someone to absolutely copy my trades. I would love people to make their own decision. So I'm still up in the air on whether I should do it live and say this is what I'm looking at, because I can give you what my entry point will be, but most likely I'm looking for just to see where the bottom is, and then be able to ride it on the way up. Sometimes I'll make that short position. If I do see it go up a lot, I will end up shorting the stock, and drive it or ride it on the way down. But yeah, I think eventually I will do a lot of that stuff. Right now I'm doing a lot of updates on like weekly dividend updates, weekly swing trade updates on what I see there, giving you entry points and things like that there. But when it comes to daily things, I do want to be able to post, daily screenshots of, profits, losses, all of those things, to be able to understand, how my day went, really, to explain how my day went in just a simple screenshot. And that's what I'm looking to do, to show you everything that happened in the account. So if I look at this account and say, what am I looking at here? Okay, I'm down $656 based on the swing trades that I'm holding. So AMC dropped down, it was up to like $900, and then Rocket dropped down as well. So obviously with the overall market down, you could see that my unrealized loss today was $656. And that's what I'm hoping to be able to do, is just give you an understanding as to what the unrealized loss is, what the realized gain will be, all things like that. But that's the last 5 days. Let's do a custom of just 1 day. Did I do 1 day? It is 1 day. Okay, I typically try and set it for 1 day instead of 5 days, just because it gives you an understanding of where you are. I don't understand what the heck just happened. Oh, February. I want to go March. So yeah, I would like to look at 1 day. So $376. I thought that seemed a little high. So yeah, this went down a little bit, not too much, but then Rocket went down as well. And I don't really hold a ton of shares over in Webull for AMC and for Rocket. I hold majority of my shares over in Fidelity. But yeah, I want to be able to do those updates on Discord, and give you guys those quick updates as to what happened there, but also give updates on YouTube as well. I want to give updates everywhere that I can, but then obviously have more exclusive things as we start to get into different areas there. Can you stream off theater releases? I don't know what you're asking here. Can you stream off theater releases? Maybe you're talking to someone else. Your average is $13.05. That's pretty high. Well, from where we're at, I mean, you're right there. So you're looking to gain a pretty decent penny out of it, pretty decent dollar out of it. I mean, oh, they're talking about Amazon buying AMC. Yeah. I have heard a bunch of that. I still don't see how that could be implemented. It would be amazing, because I think with Amazon owning like movie theaters, finding a way for them to own movie theaters would level them up so high, in a level to where we can finally have movie theaters to where a lot of things are automated, especially with the dine-in movie theaters. Instead of having a server come up to you, yes, you could still tip them and do everything you need to do, but they can basically get a lot more things done by having everything automated, understanding what your order will be, breaking things down based on your voice or whatever, setting things up with a screen, just so you can order whatever you have to order with dim lighting or something. I don't know, but you can have a lot of different stuff set up with Amazon if you did do it that way. But the problem is that they probably can't work out a deal, and obviously have to figure out the debt situation. So it's going to be very tough. That is old news, yes. Thoughts about trading Bitcoin. It has been moving from 54K to 60K and over in the last few weeks. I think it's good to be able to trade Bitcoin. It's just very high. I mean, if you have the money to do it, then definitely do it. If you're talking about trading it, like finding a way to swing trade Bitcoin, then yeah, I mean, go ahead and do what you have to do. You can get a decent percentage out of it, but I think it's extremely tough. I don't really like cryptocurrency. It seems like Bitcoin's becoming less and less volatile as it starts to increase in price. But it was very volatile in the beginning, to where you've seen it go up to 20,000 and then drop down significantly, half that amount. It was just a lot. So I don't know. It's a little bit tough there. But how long have I been streaming? I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna do, guys. If you want to join the Discord group, please click that link in the description. It does help out a lot. And if you also want to learn a bunch, you can definitely learn a bunch. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you are interested in subscribing to the channel, and if you want to subscribe to the YouTube Shorts channel, it is pinned to the chat. So if you are someone that likes their information in a very short time frame or condensed time frame, then yeah, you'll like that a lot, I think. But yeah, I'm going to be creating a bunch of stuff on there. I had one that released 40 minutes ago, and I'm going to keep posting on there, keep posting very quick videos, and I'll still post a bunch on this channel. Hopefully I can post a lot more regular videos as the days go on. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream. YouTube, Twitch, I know I kind of neglected you today, but thank you for stopping